All right, here we go. I'm recording. It's been a long time. Hopefully, this is working since I just did a video on my own, and I'm not sure how to like pop up videos and do my branding type stuff. But I did figure out how to get this Cormac clip set up, and I'm gonna play it, and then I'm gonna go on to what I want to say, and we're gonna move on with a short video.
We had this conversation, or pieces of when I'm talking to you. I don't know what I'm going to say next. I know what the subject is. I have a vague sense, but I'm going to say something, and it will be in a coherent sentence that I will say, and you will understand. But it's not like some part of my brain is making up sentences and then whispering to me, and then I repeat them. That doesn't make any sense. And it's not like the next sentence I'm going to say to you, it's an idea, but it's not a sentence. And yet, almost immediately, I will form it into a sentence.
Exactly.
It's like when you try and explain something to somebody and you say, let me think about that. How can I put this? Okay, put what? What's the this that you're trying to put? You're trying to put it in words, but you don't have them yet. But the idea is there, but it's not, the idea exists independently of language.
Okay, so I don't quite get the whole thing, but he says the idea exists independently of language. What made me think of this, and I wanted to do a little video. Also, I'm going to be having very excited about this. I'm going to be having a live stream with Jordan Daniel Wood and Nate. I'm pretty sure Nate's going to be there for at least part of it. And on people airing their grievances with their beefs against and their fears and concerns and doubts regarding Christian universalism and universal reconciliation and apokatastasis, and however you want to frame those things. The idea that God not only desires to save all, but he is able to, and he will accomplish it, that all will be saved. And what is salvation, right? Union with God, connection to he who gives life, connection to he who even transcends death. So, all right, this is imagination. So the comment, sorry, Jonathan Demir. I'll put this in the description. I haven't been sleeping on your channel, but I haven't added it to my hierarchy of must watch stuff because there's too much corner content. So I've been watching Stephen D20 lately. I've been watching Demir, and at this one, I hadn't finished this yet, but I was watching his video with Chris from Waves of Obsession, Chris McDonald, and they said they talked about imagination and imagination getting weak through lack of use or exercise, and oh man, it's exactly good. It makes me think of these the materialist kind of atheist emergence only types, physicalists who don't have an acknowledgement of. Now Stephen D20 would nuance this differently. He would say you could have an emergence kind of thing, but not without some kind of idealistic consciousness that isn't merely emerging in a mechanistic way from the physical stuff. My daughter's patiently waiting for me to be done with this. I'll be succinct, be brief. So that Cormac clip, when he's saying, okay, let me think about that. When you're sitting there doing that, when you're having a communication with someone and you're thinking like, okay, how to say it, what is going on there? You're playing in the realm of the imagination, but it's not sentences, it's not propositions, it's not in words. There is something that you see, and that's something that Chris and Jonathan spoke about in that conversation. They talked about words as being signs or pointers. I think they're more than that. I think words properly, words as they are meant to be, and true speech does more than merely point at something. It resonates with something. It's a symbol. It's connected to something. It's tethered to it. It connects to the essence of the thing to which you're pointing. It's not a mere sign. It's a symbol. And these things have multiple meanings. They're just not one-to-one conveyances. And so when you're playing in the imagination, you have to play in the imagination to be able to see what you don't see, to see that thing that you cannot name, that you don't have words for. And if you don't, this is the main point of what I want to make with this, is if you don't prioritize time where you use your imagination and you exercise your imagination, the same as muscles, you'll lose it. You'll become a mere vessel for the possession of other imaginations. And that's what ideological possession is. Or arguably like the worst forms of confessionalism, or the non-player characters that are just out there acting in the world like zombies walking around that are possessed by other spirits. Spirits like consumerism, whether that's entertainment, whether that's food, whether that's money, whether that's sex, whether that's anything. You'll be possessed by a spirit that will use your body to enact its desires in the world rather than your own desires. And you have to touch into your own imagination to even know, what is it? To know what you think about something, to know who you are. You have to cultivate enough quiet and maybe a lack of consumption of even quality content. Let's say that. This is Grimm's whole things about waging war against mind control. Because what mind control, what is that? It's a foreign entity and their imagination taking control of your mind and using your body as a meat vehicle to accomplish its own ends, to promote and enact, because spirits don't have physical bodies, so they use your physical body to enact their desires in the world. So, but you have your own imagination. What do you want? What are you trying to see? What are you focusing on? What are you meditating on? What are you contemplating on? And you have to exercise that imagination, or else it will atrophy to the point of, I don't know, almost annihilation. And then if your imagination becomes annihilated, who are you? What exists? You have ceased to be, and you really are a zombie. You really are a non-player character that's just being a body for other imaginations. So exercise your imagination. That's my encouragement. Hi, kitty cat.